massive house explosion in Fairfax County that has forced dozens of neighbors out of their homes.
Now, fortunately, no one died when that house blew up last night in Centerville. But tonight, the neighborhood still isn't in the clear. In fact, right now, crews are still working to control that gas leak suspected of causing this blast. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Sean Yancey.
It was a scary mess out there this evening. I'm Jim Hadley. Tonight, we know at least 51 homes have been evacuated here, and it could be a while before these families can return back here home. So let's get right to News 4's Aimee Cho. She is live in Centerville, in the neighborhood where this all unfolded. Aimee, what's the latest where you are?
Yeah, Jim, well, crews have been working all through the night to try to pinpoint the source of that gas leak. What is making it more difficult, however, is that there are 4 different gas lines in this area, each of them 10 feet below ground. So obviously it is going to take quite some time for them to dig all that way down and try to inspect each of the different lines. Meantime, dozens of families have been left scrambling to find a place to stay as crews had to evacuate more than 50 homes here in this neighborhood.
That's a huge fire.
First, there was the explosion and the giant fire lighting up the night sky. Then the neighbors got a knock on the door from firefighters.
Yeah, we need you to evacuate. So that was the first time it's like, okay, grab the stuff and get out.
They would later learn the explosion had been caused by a suspected gas leak. The fire department says multiple people reported smelling gas last night. Where that leak started, it's still not clear.
That gets a little scary, right? When they're coming around checking all of the houses to see if there's, where the gas leak is or where they detect gas. Now all of a sudden you're like, maybe it's good that we're not there right now until they figure it out.
Fire officials say one man was home when the blast happened around 9:45 last night, but he managed to make it out.
He was on his back deck and they told him to just jump. And I think the younger neighbor caught him and helped him get out of the yard safely.
He and one other person went to the hospital for minor injuries, but have now been released. Farther down the road, other neighbors didn't have to evacuate, but asked crews to check their homes for gas leaks just in case. Imran Bashir was shocked by what crews found at his house.
But they found there is a small leak on the fireplace,
It was likely unrelated to last night's explosion. Bashir says he's now making sure the valve is tightly closed.
A little bit worried, because I have family, and, wife and kids, so they want to make sure, if they sleep, so at least, yeah.
The Fairfax County Fire Department says it could be days before crews figure out where the gas leak is coming from, as neighbors anxiously wait to return home.
And Washington Gas says they have detected very minor levels of gas in some homes here in this neighborhood. It's only less than 1% of what would be considered explosive, but obviously out of an abundance of caution, they said they wanted to evacuate all of the homes here around this neighborhood. Back to you.
What an ordeal there. All right, Aimee Cho live for us on the scene in Centerville. Aimee, thanks so much.